Hey, welcome. And today we're interviewing Clint Evans from Digital Success Advantage. And it's really about a business architect program and selling a business. Who is that for? So we look forward to learning more about that and about what you do today. Clint, welcome.
Yeah, good to be here with you today, Jan. I'm looking forward to talking about the new program and how it can help.
Great. So that's interesting. What is this business architect program? It's not something I've really heard about before.
Okay, Jan. Yeah, well, you probably know about an architect. Basically, what they do is somebody describes a building that they would like to have built and made a reality, and the architect takes that description and then in their own mind starts drawing up plans and blueprints and all that to design the building with their knowledge, make sure it's got a strong foundation, it's going to hold, and everything's going to work right. So in a similar vein, we take that type of a process to businesses. Now, most of the businesses we work with are already well established. They're doing $4 million to $10 million per year in sales. So they've got a good foundation already. They've got a customer base, but almost every business I talk to, there are certain parts of their business that aren't operating as efficiently as they could, or the business owner is downright dissatisfied that they're not operating well or operating very poorly. So we can come in and help with those. One of our co-founders, Steve, is quite excellent. He had a $5 million per year custom cabinets business that he founded and ran, and he is very good with operational systems. And my expertise is coming in and looking at the marketing and growth systems, customer follow-up systems, and taking that architect type of process. We're looking at what they've got, what their foundations are, and then putting that in my mind, also their goals, what kind of growth they're looking to do, and then drafting up a blueprint type of a system that our team at Digital Success Advantage can then go in and implement for those clients. So whether you're a client of mine or not, this type of architect process for your business is very useful.
It sounds like it that you're really looking at the business structure and helping people to make that stronger and more efficient. So who is this for?
Well, the clients that we can help, it's for any business owner. You could take this in a do-it-yourself type of process. Take this concept of an architect, you know what that does, and apply that to your business. Develop those systems. You might be familiar with Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth or E-Myth Mastery. That's very good to give you some of the baseline of those systems. Now, specifically what me and my team do, we work with businesses in the Austin area, and we may expand out to San Antonio. We've got one of our founders is also in Dallas. So our focus is Austin and Dallas businesses that have that $4 million to $10 million, even $20 million range. We see there's a lot of room for improvement in both their operational systems and their marketing, sales growth, and customer follow-up communication systems that can either be built or improved. You'd be surprised how many companies doing that much in sales don't communicate regularly with their customers through multiple channels, which is what it takes. And that's the hidden gold. In so many businesses today, the hidden gold is repeat and follow-up communications with those customers that they already have. But most businesses focus on only bringing in their new customers. And so that's a big thing that can almost instantly grow a company 10, 20, 40% or more. So those are the type of companies that we work with in different industries. This process, business architect process, isn't industry specific. It's a process that can be applied to most any industry. As long as you've got that level of sales, you've probably got 10 to 40 or 50 employees on staff to handle that. So that's where things get a little complex, and you can use an outside eye, because what we found is a lot of business owners, they're myopic. They've been operating in their business for years and growing it to that level, done a great job. But now to ascend to a level above what they're looking to do usually takes a set of outside eyes and team to come in and provide that new perspective and see things in those systems that can be improved.
Oh, that's great. So in that segment of $4 million to $20 million, what type of companies do you work with?
We will work with medical practices, construction companies, home service companies. Those are some of the main industries that we've worked with and contacted so far. So that's really where our wheelhouse is, but it could certainly work with retail or industrial manufacturing type businesses as well.
Okay, very nice. And so what are some of the challenges that you can solve for these companies?
Well, the biggest one is that CEO or that business owner that has a specific way of doing business that has gotten them to the level of sales they're at right now. And so maybe they want to grow 10% or 20% this year, or have that kind of steady growth for the next 5 to 10 years, looking at that 10 to 30% year-over-year growth. And of course, we'll look at the industry and the area, the region they're in, make sure that this Austin area, the industry, or the Dallas area and the industry they're in has that room for growth. And assuming it does, then we can help them if they were going to do that themselves, be able to get that 10 or 20 or 30% growth. If they were going to do that themselves, they probably would have already done it. So there's something, either they're so busy fulfilling in their business and running the operations that they can't carve out the time, or they want to spend that time with their family and not take on a bunch of extra work and time to design these systems, or they just don't know how and they don't want to spend the time to learn. So for those, that's where we come in and help them out. Like I said, give them that outside team where we've done this in our own businesses and apply those systems and this business architect process to help them get to those higher levels of sales and growth that they're looking to do, and really put those systems in place so that it would be attractive to business buyers, because a lot of these owners they would like to exit their business one day, spend time with their family, retire. That may be a year or two down the line, 5 years, 10 years. What we want to do is design that business so it is attractive to a business buyer. Whenever the current owner decides they want to look into an exit and see what kind of price they could get, if it's a price that the owner would be happy with, their business is set up in such a way and has the internal systems that an outside business buyer would say, yes, this is the type of business I want. Because most business buyers aren't looking to invest millions of dollars to buy themselves an 80 or 100 hour or more per week job.
That's really good. And you answered my next question, which is, since these people are so involved in their day-to-day business, they really know it well. Why couldn't they do it themselves? And you've really expressed really good reasons why they might find it difficult or even impossible to do that for themselves, and why they might need a different solution. So how would a business owner learn more about what you do?
Yeah, the easiest way as we wrap this is just to go to digitalsuccessadvantage.com. You can look right there on our main page, and of course we've got a Who We Are page. So you can see the team that we've assembled and a little bit about our process. Again, the business architect, we're looking at designing those systems and building on the foundations you already have. And one of the things that we really focus on is the psychology and the human nature, both in your operations and in your marketing and growth. A lot of companies focus on tactics or a specific type of technology, but we like to take a more overview type of a level and start with the human nature and what people are likely to do, how they're making decisions, and then we design systems around that.
Well, that is really, really good, Clint, and I really appreciate you spending the time with us today. I've learned so much from speaking with you, and if you need to learn more about it, go to Digital Success Advantage. And again, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Jan.
Okay.